While our recruits prepare, the crew here at the International Space Training Center will determine if they have the right stuff for launch. They will be introduced to the X-2 Deep Space Shuttle, which will take them on their unprecedented journey. But first, they will receive a briefing on astronaut training. The same kind of training that is going on at NASA today and has been an essential part of the program since its inception.
The training we went through varied as we went from Mercury to Gemini to Apollo. Initially in Mercury, we had some rather crude devices to practice flying the vehicle. To the level where we in Apollo, we had simulators that were so perfect, every window in the spacecraft had the actual view, day or night.
With the lower ejection handle, prepare to eject. Eject, eject, eject. Prepare to discover, give me a thumbs up.
Truthfully, the toughest thing for me about training was just the long hours. It's very, very intense, particularly the last 6 months before you fly. The wonderful thing is that you spend 10 to 12 hours a day with your crew, so you really become like a family. But the hard part is that everything else in your world kind of drops away.
The really cool part is getting to actually fly some of the training aircraft. We had a shuttle training airplane and T-38s where we met thousands of times, dove at the ground, simulating that final shuttle pull-out and touchdown.
All of the training is very demanding, again, from the flying to the academics to the simulators, the systems, you name it, it's very demanding, but it's fun and rewarding.
Those who are chosen to be astronauts go through years of rigorous training, and then once they are actually assigned to a mission, they train specifically for that mission for 12 to 18 months. It's only after years of training and preparation that they then get to fly.
When you're into training about 9 months to a year out, you are probably putting about 60-hour weeks, so it's very time consuming. And there are just so many things to learn. We always make a joke that there's always 1,000,001 things to learn, and it's always the 1,000,001 thing that just tosses you over the edge and you can never remember that last thing.
Each spacesuit weighs about 350 pounds, and that goes for the ones that we practice with in the water. So you've got 350 pounds of spacesuit on your body. It's so heavy, as a matter of fact, that it's mounted, the suit is mounted on a stand. You don the suit and they pick the stand up with a crane, move you over the water and lower you into the water. Divers detach you from the crane and swim you down to where you need to go in that suit. 350 pounds, so you can't swim in it. It's very big and bulky, it resists your movement. So physically speaking, that's the most difficult part of the training.
To ensure the authenticity of mission space, the team of Imagineers spent years consulting with NASA advisors, astronauts, and rocket scientists from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California. They even trained at astronaut facilities throughout the United States.
Part of the, making of the magic was going through all of the process, seeing what the astronauts go through, playing with their tools, seeing what type of instruction they do, to sort of narrow it down to what the best experience would be for our guests. So part of making the magic was, for a small portion of my life, was getting to be an astronaut.
We got to go to Johnson Space Center and we got to talk to astronauts. We got to fly in the shuttle simulator. And I think the coolest thing about that is, here you are in a trainer that every single astronaut that's ever been into space on the shuttle has actually been and trained in. And you actually have the opportunity to be in this same vehicle. I mean, those types of things are just, phenomenal. You can't even dream those things.